What's happening, y'all? I just got out the shower. I wanted to do this video outside, but it is scorching out there. Normally, I keep my door open, my front door, like my screen door locked, but my big door open. Look at my hair. My hair is uh it's a mess. It's getting close to time. But anyway, but it's just too hot. So I'm inside and I wanted to talk about legacy. It's a word that we've heard a lot of. I've heard a lot of in the past few years. I'm gonna try to stabilize this. 'Cause I'm not. I've kind of given up on aesthetics. Like I'm by my window, so that's an aesthetic for me. That's an aesthetic for me. I've kind of given up on aesthetics because I'm just not an aesthetic person. As much as I try, I'm just not. I admire people who have like this great aesthetic, but it's just not me. But anyway, sorry. Legacy. Talk about legacy. Shout out to Dolly Parton, Tim Curry, and a bunch of other people that what's going on? Is it 2012? It's like more people have died today. And you know what is so funny? Like, what day did Hayden Panettiere Hayden? What day did she die? Because I remember waking up that morning and looking at my feed, well, not my feed, looking at my internet news or whatever. And I'm like, okay, let's see who died today. Literally, nobody had died before that I knew of. But that particular day, I was like, let's see who died today. And literally, she was the first one to pop up. And I'm like, has that been a trend? Is that the trend? What's up with that? And I heard more are gonna die. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what's up with that. But um, but yeah, shout out to Dolly Parton and Hayden. And all the other people who have recently passed, known and unknown. Um, you've graduated. You're free, at least from this part of life or this part of your journey. Um, but people talk about legacy, like Dolly Parton's legacy, um, legacy in general. I was watching a video. I don't know if you guys remember. Her name, of course, I was thinking about her all day, and I forget her name right now. Um, Claire Wineland. I used to watch her years ago. She passed away in, I believe, 2018. I believe so. It's been like 8 years since she's passed away. That one was really hard. That one was a gut punch because I remember when I first discovered her videos, and she was a girl with not MS. It's where it's a lung disease that she's born with, and it's like have continuous mucus buildup, and it's something where kids usually die very young. She made it to, I believe, 20 years old, 21 maybe. Um, and I was watching a video that, and I didn't even realize that she actually passed away a few days ago, 8 years ago. You get what I mean? I think it was like, what's today, the 28th? 26th, I think she passed away. Or no. Was it? I can't remember. Anyway, she passed away. Her death anniversary was recently. And her family posted a video, a collection of videos um, of her just before she was to get her lung transplant and the days leading up. And I remember all of that. I remember when she posted that she needed a lung transplant and she was doing a GoFundMe and all this stuff. And I don't know why some people make me emotional to think about, but she impacted me so much in such a short amount of time. I think I watched her maybe about 4 years or so. I can't remember. But anyway, her death was really, really sad to me. She was so young, so painfully young, and someone who had the most life in them I've ever seen in my life. Even videos from her as a child, like 8, 9 years old, so incredibly well spoken. It's like she was born bright, and just like how bright stars burn out fast, it's kind of what it was for her. And it just makes me really sad. Like, But anyway, I remember her saying that she wanted lungs not because of wanting to live, which I don't know how true that is. We all, as humans, have that instinct to survive and live. But she said she wanted lungs to continue a legacy, but she was afraid to get them because she was afraid that she might blow it. She may not use the opportunity the way she felt like she should. And I'm like, what? Is that really the reason, Claire? In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think after so many years of preparing for death and being told that, you don't have that much time every year waiting for death and it never comes or it never came. She survived every year, they have new medical advances. And then I often wonder, why did she wait so long to get a lung transplant? I think, and she said it, I think that she was afraid of living, like really afraid of having more time. Um, I also think that, like I said, with being told that she was going to die for so many years, your mind can be prepared for death, but prepared for success, prepared for living life, more time. I don't think she was ready. I don't think she was really not wanting that. I don't think she was really prepared for it or even really wanted that. And I say that carefully because I don't know. I don't know what she thought. But I think there was a fear of living. Because she said she wanted to continue her legacy or continue to build a legacy. But it didn't make sense to me. The whole idea of legacy doesn't make sense to me. Maybe because my human parts of my human brain is not wired into the human experience. But the idea of legacy does not make sense. Even with Dolly Parton talking about uh she want her what she wanted her legacy to be when she died and to be remembered. And I remember thinking about things like that when I was young. I want a legacy. I want people to remember me. I want this, that, and the third. And I'm like, now, why? I never really thought about why do I want a legacy? Why does anybody want a legacy? And they'll say, so my memory can continue on. Why? Why? People talk about they want to have kids for a legacy so parts of me can continue on. Why? For what reason do you want to continue on? It doesn't make sense. Because in reality, you're going to be forgotten in a few generations. Think about all the billions and trillions and bazillions of people and things that have lived on Earth that have vanished and no one knows about them. No one even knows that they ever existed. Even people from 100 years ago who died 100 years ago and they have family or they had children or whatever. Their children now, their great 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 grandchildren now, my age, do not know who they are. I have no idea who my great grandmother's mother was. My mom would remember her or would remember pictures of her. But I have no idea who she was. I have no idea who my grandmother's, I'm thinking about my mother's, when I was born, my great grandmother was still alive. My grandmother, my mother's mother had passed away. But my father's mother, I have no idea who her mother was. She died very young. I believe she died when my grandmother was like 6 or something. No clue who she was. I think I might have seen a picture of her once. Her mother, no clue who she was. No clue. So what is this legacy thing about? Why does Why are humans so obsessed with being remembered? All the way back into ancient times, building things to be remembered. What are we afraid of as a human race that we are to become lost to time? Why is that such a scary thought that no one, if the human race died today and there would be no aliens or nothing on earth to remember the human race ever existed? What's so terrible about that? Who cares? It just doesn't make sense to me. So even one thing that really pisses, I live in Houston, and anybody who knows anything about Houston or know the images of Houston, there's this big mural across, I believe, 45, not big mural, but a big sign that says that someone painted on that says be someone. And I never understood that. Be someone. It's to imply that you're not someone right now. If no one knows who you are, then you're no one. And for a while, I'm like, that's insulting, to imply to people that they currently are no one until they become someone in other people's eyes. You are somebody. And now, when I think about it in this space, the mental space that I am in now, it's like, who cares? Who cares if no one remembers who I am? I know who I am. I know who I was. And when this brain dies and this body goes, that'll be it. And that's enough. That's enough. I used to be so obsessed. I need to be remembered. I need people to know who I am. Why? Even with these videos, I have ideas. I have things that I want to say. I put it out there, and that's it. That's enough. I feel like these videos more so are for me than anybody else, even though I don't rewatch them. But just to get things off of my mind. And if people see them, they see them. And if they don't, they don't. That's okay. I feel like I'm okay with that now. I don't have to be someone. I don't have to be anyone. There's no one that I want to be. Who I want to be is whoever I am in this moment. In my room, minding my business. And sometimes I wonder, am I losing? And I felt like this before I started taking medication too. I felt this slow movement into not really caring, like caring less, but it was more like, I don't know what the best way to describe it is. Just like things just seem to not matter as much. Not in a scary or suicidal way, but just in a way where it just, I don't know, it just doesn't matter as much. And sometimes I wonder, have the past 5 or 6 years been really since 2020 on? Have the past 6 years been really before that? Actually, way before that. Let me stop playing myself. This is just recent times. Over the past 20 some odd years, for sure. And even beyond that. I'm going to be 35 in 2 months. September, October. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Um but even beyond that, my whole 35 years I've been here. What does it matter? Like, what does any of this shit matters? I'm sorry. I got off track. I was thinking. But anyway, over the 35 years that I've been here, and all of the pain and suffering and mental issues that I have suffered with for all these years, have I been so traumatized by that? Do I just, my brain just like, I don't care anymore. Like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, has that happened? Is that the reason? Maybe that's a part of it. I felt like I said, for the past 5 years in particular, have been the hardest. Just literally every day is literally me making a decision to stay here. I'm at a point where I'm here. I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to prove to myself. I have nothing that I need right now. I do need some water because my lips are dry. Dry, honey. What is that? Just the white part of my lip? Yep, just the white part of my lips are dry. AF. I need some water. But it's coconut water too. But there's nothing that I need. There's nothing that I want. There's no legacy that I want to leave. What I want going forward is to be more in tune with myself. Is to be happier and safer within myself regardless. So no matter where I am, no matter what's going on in the world, inside here, I'm free. I'm no longer a slave to what's going on here. I'm no longer a hostage to what's going on here. I'm not talking about mental illness. I'm talking about all the things that I've ever wanted. I want this, I want that. I want to be a singer, a star. At one time, I wanted to be a professional, which I still want to sing. But I don't know if I want it in the way that I wanted it before. You know what I mean? But I want to do this. I want to. Who gives a fuck? I'm gonna let this life be what it is. Take these moments to be as happy as I can be. And if something or somebody or a situation is straight killing that vibe, it's gotta go. I don't care who it is, where it is. It's gotta go. And that's how I'm feeling right now. Why do you want a legacy? For what reason? To be remembered by who? A few people, a generation or so down the line? You want to be remembered for what you said or what you did? Why does it matter if anybody knows about that? Why does it matter? Who are you trying to prove your worthiness to? Because ultimately, that's what it is. You're trying to prove that you're worthy to somebody. Really, that somebody is you. Because people can love you or hate you, remember you or forget you. But the person that you go to sleep with every night, that's the person who's your real torturer. Fuck all this other shit. That's who really fucking you up every day is you. So why are you trying to prove to yourself that you matter? My unfinished crown. Why are you trying to prove to yourself that you matter? Because you already do, whether somebody knows who you are or they don't. You have value here doing absolutely nothing. Ooh, it's controversial because we live in a world where if you're not doing and you're not that's one of the reasons why I made that last video. They say your talents are for the world. They're for the world to share. They're for the world to know and hear and da 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 da. Please. The world gonna get what the fuck I give it. Like the world's getting this video, that's what the fuck I'm giving. If you ain't happy with that, that's totally fine. Do what you want to. But who I am is owned by me, and my talents are mine, and I do what I want with them or what I don't want with them. I think that has been my greatest lesson thus far, is that my talents and myself is not owned by anyone, and I do not owe anybody anything except for who I decide to owe them to. I don't owe nothing to nobody. I don't owe shit to this world. Nothing. But I owe everything to me. And I owe myself happiness. I owe myself love. I owe myself peace, rest, all that hustle culture, and I'll sleep when I'm dead. Bitch, I'ma sleep right fucking now. Okay? Today is Friday. I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow, and I ain't got shit to do. I don't got nothing to do. And ain't gonna do nothing. Well, I might do something. I do got a little bit of cleaning up I need to do. I did vacuum earlier. But anyway, I ain't got shit to do. I ain't on nobody's time but mine. Okay? So, what do you need a legacy for? Answer me that in the comments if you've made it this far. What do you need a legacy for? Who are you trying to prove your value to? The world? Your kids? Why? You're already valuable. You're already loved, whether you know it or not. Another thing I realized is that even amongst all of the times where my mind and my brain has tortured me almost to death, I realized it was the part of me that loved me so fucking much and is telling me, hey, I'm unhappy. Okay? I'm unhappy. And these are the reasons why. And you keep doing the same shit that's making me unhappy. Stop. And I'm going to keep getting on your nerves and pissing you off and fucking up your life until you stop. Stop trying to make me be something I don't want to be. Stop trying to push me in directions I don't want to go in. Stop trying to make me something that I'm not and will never be. Stop. Those were the torturers. Me trying to be someone for no one. For these what? I think a part of me when I was talking about earlier being tuned out, starting to be tuned out from this life, I really do secretly, not so secret now, feel like I am in a simulation of my own making and that everyone around me are parts of that simulation and I'm the only thing in it that's real. I secretly feel that way. And that I truly get to decide what I want to happen next. Don't get me wrong. This is a simulation of variables of what could possibly happen. And I have to work with those variables. That was a part of the thing I signed up for in this virtual reality. Is that you gotta go with the flow of things. You have some control, but you gotta go with the flow. Most control you have is over yourself. So while you're here, who are you trying to prove yourself to? Bunch of pixels? Trying to prove yourself to a bunch of pixels? That makes no sense. Why not? If you're in your VR glasses, put them bitches on and enjoy the fucking ride. Say what you want, allow yourself to have it, allow yourself to feel loved and know that you are, have been, and always will be the greatest somebody you'll ever know. And anything else somebody tells you, it's just a simulation. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about anyway.